I'm here with Randy Rembert of Rembert Family Farms. We are in his hemp processing facility that's located in North Central Florida. Randy Rembert is one of the first Black hemp farmers to farm hemp in Florida in over 100 years, which is something I feel is definitely to be celebrated. Right now, I'm going to give Randy a chance to give us a little insight into his hemp processing process, and give him a chance to let him tell us what he's looking to do with his farm.
So the bulk of what we do is grow hemp. We're in the process of creating products. That's alcohol tincture, which is good for aches. That is also tea. That is soap. That is oil. That is pre-rolls and a premium cigar. Hemp is a cousin of marijuana. The difference being is the THC level. The THC levels are so low that in theory, you are not going to get a head high, going to get a body high. So you're still going to get the relaxation of marijuana. You're just not going to be receiving the intoxication of marijuana. Hemp was made illegal, and now it's illegal again in all states in the United States. I am a licensed grower, and currently we're growing one strand. We plan on growing multiple strands in our small grow, and then we definitely are planning on growing 2 to 3 strands that we plan to consistently grow for the next 5 to 10 years. My parents are farmers, my grandparents are farmers, and my great-grandparents were farmers too. I believe I'm the 5th generation farmer. So I grew up in agriculture, grew up on a farm. We had pigs, cows, all that stuff. My parents been organically growing for almost 50 years, and they still grow to this day. So naturally, agriculture was something that I have done or assisted with. But these past 2 years exclusively, I pretty much decided to take on the task of keeping it alive in the family. Knowledge being the first thing. So a lot of times with farming is trial and error. Sometimes you can't make up. Once you mess up, you gotta wait till the next year. So being able to get the knowledge that I was able to get, it helped me prevent a lot of the mistakes. Also, tools. My parents blessed me with some old tools that might be 60, maybe 70 years old, but they still run and work just like they did when they were created 70 years ago. They're cast iron, iron in general, the solid equipment. They help with my farm, help with their farm, and it makes things easier. A lot of people think you got to spend tens of thousands of dollars on equipment when actuality, sometimes that old plow just need a little bit of oil and a little bit of love. It all depends upon the plant and the time of the year. You have photos, which are the size of the plant is determined by how much sunlight it gets, or like supplemental lighting. So the more lights it gets, the bigger the plant is going to be. You have autos that no matter how much light or how little or how much light it gets, it's going to be the same consistent size. So when you're talking about photos, typically they're going to veg for 60 days or so. Veg mean grow. So they're going to grow tall and grow wide. But once they produce flower, which most people want to receive, the flower is going to cause them to almost double in size, but not in height, more so in width and girth. The bud is going to start eventually taking over the branches, and that's going to determine the actual size of the plant. So flower stage is usually about 7 weeks. Veg stage can be 8. It could be 12 weeks of veg. So in total, it could possibly be a month if you don't have enough light and it starts to flower early. But in theory, it should be at least 4 months from start to finish. This is also why we kind of hope to have at least 2 to 3 seasons per year, because in theory, with 4 months, we should be able to harvest, get the next crop down, and keep it going. So products, every product is not the same, and certain parts of the plant works better as different products. So stems, typically work better. Stems and roots typically work better with tea, and leaves typically work better with soap/creams. But the actual flower is going to have the bulk of the CBD, THC. So when you go to do your process to extract that oil is really the gold behind so many different products and so many different things. But the leaves and the roots are still good products. The stems are still good products. Some people use them for fertilizer, but I just think that they're a little bit better than just fertilizer. But you can do pre-rolls, you can do cigars, you can do lotions, you can do tinctures. There's 50,000 possible ways of using this product. So you can't just say, hey, I'm gonna do all of this way, I'm gonna do all of this way. It's all about what you wanna do with it. I met people who wanna make wood floors, I met people who wanna build houses, I met somebody who talked about making a car out of him. So it all depends upon the purpose that you wanna use it for. So right now we're in the curing phase. The first phase is drying. That's to get all the moisture out. The next part is curing. Curing is for your CBD and your THC, but it's also for hopefully crystallization. So right now we're curing. Once the curing process is done, we're gonna mainly focus on tea, oil, cigars, pre-rolls, which is like a small cigar, creams, and our variation of a tincture. A tincture is typically hemp oil plus alcohol at a chemical process. We're just going to take the chemical process out, and we're just going to have it all in one. The actual Mexicans, I believe, Aztecs in particular, used to use this as almost a medical way, not only for bug bites, but also for any like eczema or skin problems that they had. So I was trying to find the exact name for it, but I guess for whatever reason on Google it doesn't have an actual name for it. So for the sake of name, I'm just gonna call it a sanitizer. And the sanitizer just works for overall wellness if you ever put it on your body or skin. On Facebook, just look up Rembert Family Farms. On Instagram, Rembert Family Farms, and if you're on the internet, rembertfamilyfarms.com. These are the 3 ways you can get at us. Or you can email us at rembertfamilyfarms@gmail.com. We're always trying to grow, so we can't offer A stocks right now and possibly not B stocks currently, but we do need to grow, and growing requires capital. So we are interested in investors who are willing to offer loans. Currently, we're not actually offering shares, but we are willing to accept loans with a fixed interest rate.